Hi BookTube, I'm here to talk about some goals I have for 2020. They're going to be reading goals and channel goals. So first of all, what are these goals? In regards to reading, I want to read more ebooks. I want to make more progress on series I'm reading. Not necessarily finishing them, but making progress in them. I want to read the Bible. I've already done a video on that, I'll link. I want to do more annotations, and I want to track my reading. And for BookTube, I want to upload better quality content, not necessarily like HD quality, but better produced, edited, written content. And I want to upload more frequently. I don't want to take hiatuses like I did in 2019. So why do I want to accomplish these goals? So in regards to reading more ebooks, I got a new e-reader. What's new to me? It was new in the box actually, and I got it for 10 bucks at the thrift store. And I just can't justify anymore ignoring my ebook collection. You know, I have a lot of good ebooks that are just files sitting on my computer that I'm just as excited to read as my physical books. They're just not physically in my line of sight, so I tend to forget about them and neglect them in favor of physical books. And I don't want to do that anymore. In regards to series, I'm thoroughly enjoying these series that I'm watching, but I'm slightly overwhelmed by the size of them. Not just the fact that they're over 10 books long, but the fact that they're over 600 pages each in the books. That's especially Malazan, Book of the Fallen, and The Wheel of Time. And I really want to read as much of the Wheel of Time series as I can before the TV show comes out, hopefully sometime this year. And the Malazan series is just so interesting, and these are books that I really want to read, so I want to continue on with those. In regards to the Bible, I think it's an important book for two reasons to read. Firstly, because of its influence on Western literature. It has a huge influence there. And secondly, because it's important for me as a Christian to know the text my faith is based on. In regards to annotations, one of the things I enjoy most about reading is actually analyzing and engaging with the text. I know that not everything I read is going to be good for analyzing. You know, there's going to be stuff that I read just for fun, but I want to get my hands and my head into the reading more. And in regards to tracking, I talked about this in a previous video that I'll link, but the primary reason is just because I want to remember what I read this year. That's basically it. For BookTube, one of the reasons I want to upload better quality content, the first is a little vain, but I've noticed that I have over 1,000 subscribers, which I'm very grateful for, but my views are sometimes less than 100 on my videos, so the numbers don't really match up. And I know that lately I've been lacking on quality content and just posting stuff for the sake of posting stuff, and I want to do better to get more views, basically. But ultimately, I can't really control other people, so I can't say, you know, I want a certain amount of views, I want a certain amount of subscribers, because I can't control the actions of others. I can only control my actions, and I've been really disappointed in the low effort I was putting into videos in 2019, and while I may or may not have legitimate excuses for that, I know that I can do better, and I want to. And in regards to uploading more frequently, another thing I was disappointing myself was for taking so many breaks in 2019. I mean, yes, a lot was going on in my personal life, but this is a hobby I really enjoy, and I need to make more time for it and time for me. So this is me putting me first in this small way and saying, I don't want to sacrifice this hobby because I'm too stressed in other areas of my life. I want to do this. How am I going to accomplish these goals? For reading, I'm going to keep these goals on my whiteboard, so every time I sit at my desk I see them. I know that I fail in previous years because I don't keep the goals in my mind all the time. I don't have a reminder of what my goals are. So in regards to my e-reader, I'm going to load my e-reader with all my ebooks. I couldn't do that on my old e-reader because it would just slow it down, but this new e-reader can handle it. So that eliminates having to load a new book each time, dragging out the laptop, finding the cables, you know, converting files that didn't work. This is all done, ready to go. All I have to do is make sure that ebook reader is charged, turn it on, and I can read it. I also have a floating bookshelf on my desk, by my desk, that has the books that I'm currently reading, and I keep my ebook there so that it's, you know, in my face and it's not in a drawer somewhere where I can't constantly see it. Second goal in regards to the series, I'm going to schedule a series into my monthly reading. So I don't normally, because of my Wrapped Books project, have a TBR. But what I'm going to do is each month I'm going to alternate between reading a book from the Wheel of Time and a book from Alexander Book of the Fallen. I tried to read both, one book from each in a month, and it was just too much, reading. So now I'm going to alternate between them in the months. And then for the other series that I'm reading, I think I'm going to rely more on audiobooks to get through those. In regards to reading the Bible, I made a whole other video about that, and I'm going to post that there. That goes into more depth about why I want to do that and how I'm going to do that. In regards to annotations, I'm not going to shelve the books I want to annotate. I'm going to keep them on my desk. Because normally after I'm reading them, they just go right back on the shelf. But if I keep them on my desk, it will be a reminder that, oh yes, I can't put this away until I've gone through and made my notes on it. In regards to tracking my reading, I'm going to try and use a book journal and to simplify my tracking so that I don't have to drag my computer out each time. You notice I don't like bringing out my computer if I don't have to, and loading it and waiting for things to go on. And I don't want the tracking to be too complicated, so it's not as daunting to go in and fill in all the bits of information. And I'm also going to be uploading monthly wrap-ups again, so that at least I have a video I can reference to see what I read in a certain month. In regards to my goals for BookTube, in regards to better quality content, I did a lot of prep work and worked on getting scripts ready for a lot of the videos that I want to film. I even developed a new formula for writing scripts and for videos that I couldn't really prepare ahead of time, like monthly wrap-ups or weekly vlogs. So for example, I have a list of questions that I ask myself for each video, like what did I read, what did I think of this reading, are there any standout books, and then questions for audience. So it's like formulaic and I just have to fill it in, and it will be easier for me to do. And I schedule time into my week so that I could devote a chunk of time to editing videos, because last year I filmed a lot of videos, but I didn't have the time, or I didn't make the time to edit them, and I want to start fresh, so I deleted all those videos, so all that content is gone and I'm starting fresh in 2020. And in regards to uploading more frequently, I'm going to invent a time machine and go back in time and warn myself about any emergencies or life events that will prevent me from uploading for long periods of time, so that I can schedule the videos ahead of time. But seriously, I've got a schedule worked out that I think all the prep work I did will aid in making this goal more attainable. So what is your big goal for 2020, whether it's about reading, your YouTube channel, or even just your personal life? And what plans do you have in place to follow through with that? I think that's important to have. Not just a list of goals, but how are you going to follow through with those goals? So thank you for watching.